Next one would be Raggadragga's crew, which is 9 EO6. Yeah. So we got to do this. We got to knock these out. We got to knock these out. So that we can get our stuff. All right. So no whittle. Is this? We want BBG. Stop it. That's not. Oh God! I pushed this. I keep doing that. Shandy. No Minsk. Okay. We got Human. Why is it saying there's no feed in? I don't understand. I don't know why that feed would have come in. We got Makos. Sure. Okay. Do we have a Cridle? We do have a Cridle. Oh, but we don't need a Cridle necessarily. I mean, it is Cridle champion. God dang it, I did it again. Got to press that button. Button's killing me, Smalls. Alright. Do something like this. Well, that's not going to work if I'm buffing. Be like this. Okay. Hey, Infinite. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Let's get everybody leveled up here. Get their speed effects on and popping. Turn on some speed potions. Fire breath potions. Alright, 600 areas. What a decent speed team. We don't have Diana or Whittle though, so I'm gonna go for an hour potion. See how that works. Hey, Cal. What's this going to be? Start. Whoa! Jeez! What? Delcoon with 12 gift subs. Danny D. Smith Jr., Dave the Aztec, Warlock, Dirdepa, Gonculator, Ruzilla, hi Roz, Ovium, Satose, Yule Dice Goblin, Caius, Fark Piscolo, and Hawk the Nerd. You've been subbed. Courtesy of Delcoon. Courtesy of Delcoon. There's a lot of subs. Thank you. What else? What else we got going on? I need to get my Electrum check. Electrum check. From the combinations channel in the Discord. The official Discord. If those people enjoyed the midstream ads, well, then they can watch them somewhere else. This was a lot of codes. I like when it's like a couple days with lots of codes. It's good. It's good. It's gear for my champion. Pro carry 1,000 a day. Nice. Nice. Now you got to fix it. You broke it. Now you got to fix it. That's the way it works. Did no one explain that part? Hey, it ain't control. It is. It's a very nice day. So we're hanging out playing some idle champions. Look at him gifting one to J-Dog. You've been subbed. J-Dog can no longer enjoy the midstream ads. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, what did we collect? We collected something. We collected something. What did we get? Perks for Zariel. Yay. Good for us. Go away. 9,000 gems. Okay. What do we need? We need 50,000 for the Almirage. Oh, I remember though. We weren't going to save up 50,000 for the Almirage. We were going to save up 50,000 for speed feats. Do we save up? You know what? We're gonna no. Oh god, no. I've got 0 mediums. No, I gotta buy chest. I gotta buy chest. Gotta. Alright. Plus we got a lot of chest open anyway, so let's just add this to the pile. 18 of them. Alright. We got some Gloria Bahamut. 1 vial. Thanks, jerk. 2 vials. Wow. Okay. 62 silvers. We'll take those. Probably should have waited until we had a nice number of them, but oh well. Any potions that we liked? One medium speed potion, 2 smalls. Okay. Better than nothing. Alright, we're gonna get at least 2 epics from this stack. Medium potion of speed, excellent. So this is what we wanted. We want to refill these speed potions. Give me more potions of speed, please. That's not a potion of speed. That's okay. Pity epic. Pearl Coria, okay. Potions of speed? No. No. The game is not being very nice today. Wow. Just... Oh, early epic, bond, Ashara bond. Okay, okay. So we have a chance to get. Well, we'll get 3 epics today at least instead of 2. That's better. That at least is making up for some of. Oh, more than 3. We're potentially going to get 4 today. We might get 4 today. Well, we'll get 4 today, but I don't know if we'll get 4 out of this stack. Okay, so that's 3 epics. There's a large potion of speed. There's a medium potion of speed. That's better. Coming to the home stretch, it's looking a little better. Come on. Come on, look even better. Come on, give me some mo. Ah, jeez, there's a 4th epic. 4th out of 22 chests. So, well, we're not even up to 22. There's a feat. Of course, it's for freely. Great. Thanks. Thanks. It's not a speed potion. It's not a speed potion. Alright, well. 4 epics and some speed potions. 3 mediums and a large is better than, you know, nothing. And that means if we look at our champion search, we look at this isn't need less than, okay. Alright. We have 5 champions at full epic. What we got? We got Celeste missing one. Niali missing one. Jarlaxle missing one. So 3 at 5. Ashara's at 5. Minsk is at 5. Makos is at 5. Tyrell's at 5. Azaka and Archon are at 5. So we've got 9 champions that are at 5 epics. Nice. Which gem feats for speed do you usually go for first? The 12,500 ones, right? Like the 12, like, so we did for whoever you got. If they've got a 12.5 feet, get it. So Human had a 12.5 walking lessons and a 12.5 path is clear. Shandy had a 12.5 sprinter. Oh no, this was the free one. Never mind. She's got the 50k ones we want. So if they've got a 12.5 one, it's worth grabbing those at some point. Like if you can easily save up 12,500 gems within 5 days of playing, do that, because if you're using them in your party to race through adventures with, they're just then going to race through things faster, right? You'll earn gems faster. I stopped after the 12.5 feats. And we got like the 30k familiar. And now, before, if I'm going to do anything for 50,000, because 50,000 is the next familiar, I wouldn't get the familiar next. We got a bunch of patron familiars. That's fine. I'm good now. A 50k would then go into more speed feats if I were going to save up. But right now, I want potions more than I want speed feats. So. Postpone Briv 12.5 until 4 jump? Oh, this one? Yeah, you don't need this one until he's 4 jump. Yeah. Because you're not going to be at the cap early on. So. But like, did she have one? Yeah. No, that was a free one. Does she have another one? I don't think so. Yeah, so you just gotta check. I think I have a list of I think Speed Champions 101 has a list of the champions that have feats, and then I don't think I have them priced there though. So you need to go look and see, how much. What do these cost? Yep. 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 I'm checking some things here real quick. 1 second, folks. Okay. Those are fine. Oh, there we go. Alright. Where is that? Oh. Like, where are my notes? Cool, I didn't open them yet. That's what's throwing me off. We got a bunch of questions answered on Dev Insights yesterday. I had 10. I ended up asking 10 questions, and they answered 8 of them, which I think is pretty good. I think let's see if I can find that. The highlights. This isn't really a highlight, but Justin was asked questions about debuffers and why certain ones are debuffers and certain aren't, and the answers he gave were really inconsistent. Like, he gave answers and then we're like, but here's this other champion that's exactly like that, and you know, they have a tag, and it's like, yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully they do a big review, because it's incredibly, they say they have internal rules, but they don't seem to be following the ones that they've stated publicly. They did also say that Esmeralda could potentially gain the speed roll because of the whole mist thing. That ability was added. Justin said that ability was added after they had decided on the role for Esmeralda, and they just wanted her to be support, and then that ability came in, and they didn't like go back and go, maybe now we should add the speed roll, so they might do that. Esmeralda should not pull missed enemies on boss areas. That's a bug. The collection not having gilding shown anywhere is an oversight, because we found this out the other day when I went in here on equipment, and I'm like, you can look at they didn't gild it. They didn't put the gilded border around it. There's no gilding anywhere in the collection system, so they got to review that. They do want the Dark Urge to be able to get to full folk hero stacks, but they recognize he doesn't currently, and they'll, so, potential future thing. Can't do it right now, but at some point, that is something they want to have happen. So, Dark Urge with Will, they want that to max out. What else? Justin says a fix for Narak and Briv's jumping and a decision for Briv's jumping are on the high priority list. Apparently not high enough, but I guess there's 4 lists. There's an ASAP list, a high priority, a medium priority, and a low priority. Oh, and then there's a 5th one called to be sorted, right? So I guess lately all he's been doing is stuff off the ASAP list, because we still don't have that done yet, right? Chris Dupuis hopped into chat for a second to say that people should tune in next Thursday. I guess Chris will be on one of his streams next Thursday for spoilers, is the way it sounds. So if you want spoilers about the future Vital Champions, next Thursday is the day. Didn't say what stream. Justin's gonna review the healing pigment, because he believes it should boost all healing if you have someone in the formation with that pigment. That was the idea. However, one of the tooltips does just say healing from this champion, so he's confused and has to go figure that out. And it should boost all healing and shielding effects. So that thing that I was talking about, where like, hey, when I hover over this and there's the ranged indicator right in the bottom left of the portrait, I was like, hey, can we get something that also shows whether they're single target, multi-target, or AoE? And David was like, sure. They're going to have Jarrett look into that. They don't know how that's going to work, because they don't think that's flagged anywhere. But they're going to have Jarrett look into that. Because then you'll just be like, okay, what does this person do? Oh, it's ranged and it's single target, which is what Caddy Bree is. But then it would switch if you choose her left spec to AoE, right? Justin doesn't want new players using nerds. That's the TLDR. I asked about, like, could you just reduce the price? And he was like, so new players could use them. He's like, I don't really want new players using them. Raven Guard's slot 5 that is supposed to boost ultimate damage is supposed to boost the Bud base damage off the ultimate. Whether it does or not, they're going to look. And then this equipment slider I was using earlier, I asked for another little ball over here so we could do ranges like this. So we could slide it down and like to uncommon and just show like we could take the right one to uncommon and it would show anyone with uncommon and lower gear. So you can see, who do I need to run time gates for? Who do I need to open patron chests for? David thought that was a good idea. Yeah, there you go. those are the things I made notes about in my Discord. In my Discord. Bum, bum, bum. And every few weeks, I like to switch between standard portraits and console portraits, just to keep the UI exciting. I honestly, I only do this on my new account, so that as a way to remember that I'm on my new account, because I can't stand them staring at me. It's like I feel like they're judging me and my formation building, the decisions that I make while I'm playing the game. I can't deal with it. So on my main account, I have the old school portraits. Letiath, I think, man, that healing pigment, I think it's pretty huge. I think if once we get multiple of them in the game, I think if it boosts all healing, it's huge. Like, it's a big deal. Because again, it's a 2x multiplier. The more of them you get, like, healing could be pretty ridiculous eventually. Well, yeah, you can't turn off console view on consoles because that's literally the only way to to use the console. I don't know what to tell you. That's the whole deal. That's the whole deal. Yeah, I was glad. I definitely chose right in choosing an hour here, because this is taking a while. I don't know that we'll use it the whole hour up, but it is definitely turning Shandy off every now and then, like her speed effect off. Someone responded. Oh no. Gotta have a handout I'm supposed to review for my D&D game now. Okay, I think this is the one I've read this before, but they added stuff. Okay. No, there's another game coming out. Your run-of-the-mill post-apocalyptic game. isn't your okay. That's why is everything always about what happens after the world ends? Yeah, cute. I like that. Look at it later. How about this one? No, that's not my thing. I appreciate that these marketing groups and or studios email me stuff about upcoming games for me to try out, but man, it's just I'm just on a list. So they send everything, and then it's like I gotta look at it and be like, is that even something? No, probably not. Which is unfortunate. I mean, I'm sure they're everything that's been sent to me. It looks neat. It just not a lot of it just isn't for me. A lot of it just isn't for me. Just broke E400 for the first time. Nice. Nice. I think after this run, we need to do a deep run in the event for Joaquin Phoenix's favor. We only have EO4. It's funny, on my main account I didn't do a deep run at all. Like I did that first like 15 minutes and got me E19, and then I just started doing Esmeralda's variants. And I never stopped to get favor, but by doing Esmeralda's variants, I was getting favor because I mean my account could just push through everything. I don't even know how. I mean, I finished all 4 tiers without ever doing a favor run. Just yeah. So I think I was in last I looked. It was like in the E40s of favor, and I'd never done an actual deep run, meaning going to my wall, which is 2000. So I still have to do a deep run on my main account. Interesting. I don't think I've ever just skipped the deep run before. That was the first time. Reminder, next week, starting on the 13th, which is a Thursday. Epic, if you play on Epic, Duke Ravenguard's Champions of Renown pack is going to be offered. Just log in sometime between the 13th, probably noon on the 13th. I don't know. The 13th and the 20th. 11 a.m. Eastern. On the 13th and the 20th. It's going to be a lot of stuff. The Laura, Speed Champion and Tank in slot 1. Briv, Speed Champion and Tank in seat 5. Farida, DPS Champion in seat 7. Duke Ravenguard, melee support in seat 8. And Will, Magical. Is he magical or melee? It's probably melee. I don't remember. Do I even have it? I did pick him up. What is he? He's bold. Okay. C12. It's odd that Farida's in here because she's the one magical person. She's a magic attacker. But hey, I love me some Farida. Exclusive skin, Baldur's Gate Duke Ravenguard, so he'll look more like he did in Baldur's Gate 3. Exclusive familiar Quirk the Homunculus. 16 gold chests for every champion, 2 guaranteed shinies. Two 7-day potions, one's a gem hunter, one's a gold hunter. And then 6 months from now, that skin and familiar will be in the gem shop. So if you're playing on other platforms, In 6 months, you'll get the familiar and the skin for gems. That's how these work. So, yeah, every 3 months there's like a rotation. It is a pretty great starter set. Again, I think Farida is the weakest link there, but it just doesn't sync with Duke Ravengard at all. Like, if you're going to put the Duke in there. Do the familiars really come out of the gem shop? Yeah, always. Anything, so the rule, and always hold them to this rule. They started this rule years ago. Anything they give away for free on a platform, they put in the gem shop. Anything they charge for goes in the wild offers. So this is the rule we tried to hold them to in seasons as well. So if they don't do that, so there are some very early things that they gave away for free in like years 1 and 2 that ended up in wild offers. But if they don't do that, call them out. Absolutely. I call them out when they don't do it, when I remember. When I'm like, wasn't that free? Call them out on it. Yeah, so if there was a baby Tarrasque that went in for cash, like, the community should have called them out. And if they didn't do anything, they keep calling them out. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's too late now if they've started selling them, but the second something like that is announced, if it's going to be, that's why they've been doing these Sean's been doing the announcements in the Reddit Q&A when things come off exclusivity, and if you see something there going for cash that should have been for free, you tell them right away so they can change it. So yeah, there might be some exceptions, but no, I don't. It's not that I don't believe you, Lydia. I'm just telling you that you have to call them out for that stuff. You have to. So. You can't just, if no one says anything, then they're gonna do it, right? They all should have, Lydia. Every single one of them should have. I don't, yeah. They all should have. Pixie riding a corgi one? Or did they actually add that? I don't know. Maybe they've... Well, hold on. Wait, we just had an announcement. Let me go check the last one. The most recent one. Oh, no, this was from Seasons and an Emergence, so it's not quite the same. Yeah, I don't know. Find an announcement, but they should have been coming here. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have been, because I don't see them. Pixie riding a corgi, maybe? Yeah, if they haven't been doing it, then yeah, I don't know. We got to start calling them out on that because it's not okay. That was something they said a long time ago. So, where's some of the? I'm trying to see if some of these were like this was the Christmas. This was like the holiday giveaway. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing it either, but the thing is I normally don't pay attention. That's the problem, I think, is if we're not paying attention, then they get to do all kinds of things that they're not supposed to be doing based off their own statements. I don't know if some of these were in those other things or not. Yeah, I wish it would tell you like where it like originated, but I don't know. They're supposed to come that way. So if not, then I don't know. Complain, because that was always the statement: was if it's free, it'll go to the gem shop, and if it's cash, it'll go to wild offers. So if they've changed their rules about that, then call, ask them and provide specific examples. Get some specific examples of things that were giveaways that are not available in the gem shop. And then ask them on Dev Insights. Because that was always the statement that I recall. That's why we fought so hard during seasons, where if things were on the free path, like to get them available for gems, which is why now there's 3 cores here, folks. Did you know there's a scroll here now? Look at that. Strong, unaffiliated, dexterous. There's now 3 Modrons for gems. Whereas like the in-game currency stuff, so like the Thayan Enclave, GEs and skins will always move to the wild offer pool. The golden epics and skins, while the feats always go for gems. Alright, we're over halfway there. And we're about halfway through the potions, so this is still working out okay. Still working out okay. I don't... Oh, we're up to 6 time gate pieces already. Time to do a time gate, I guess. Man, so much stuff to do now. This, like, I hit a progression point where it's like I'm constantly got things to do. Oh, I still had a donut left. We're gonna need someone other than Human being our DPS. For sure. To complete this, I think. I feel like you might have I don't know. We'll see, Dice Goblin. I think you might have more room. I don't know. Every 50 areas is like its new ramping. So that might be about right. I might be thinking, a little higher. Because I know I end up in the E400s usually with like Carlock. On my main account. I did update Duke Ravengard and Esmeralda's guides to add all their upgrade levels the other day. So those are all set. I just got to remember next week to go back and put in the Duke's legendaries. Taco Bell Cinnamon Twist? No. I mean, I remember eating them back in the day, but they're an incredibly poor substitute for churros. Infinite. During an adventure, can you change the champion specialization if I didn't like my choice? There's two ways to do it. One is one of these, a potion of specialization, if you have one. The other is if you have a background party, you can switch to that party, pull that champion over to that party, then switch back to your main party and pull that champion back to your main party, and it'll make you level them up again and thus choose their specialization over again. I just go with the specialization potion. But if you don't have one for some reason, never buy one, first off. Never come over here and buy one. They're way too pricey. This is a ripoff. It's a ripoff. Oh, yeah, I don't... that... I'll be honest, Ledia, that one feels like an exploit. I mean, that's just the way it feels to me. People can do whatever they want to do. But that one feels like an exploit. People asked for them to add Briv stacking in the background. They added it. They clearly tuned it wrong. And now everybody's just riding that train. It is something I have not brought up. But at some point, I don't think they understand what they did. And when they do, they're probably going to nerf it into the ground. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't see any point in it. It's just going to be one of those things that the more people that do it, that when they finally change it, the more people are going to get pissed off and quit the game about it. And it's like, okay. And I'm just going to be like, bye. I'm not going to feel bad at all. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anything that once people get used to something, anytime you take away something that people feel is like that they deserve, there's a tipping point there, depending on where they are on changes that have happened in the game, that they'll absolutely be gone. The thing is like you never know. It isn't even like that's a weird hill to die on. The hill doesn't matter. The size of the hill doesn't matter when it comes to someone quitting anything, not just video games. It's not the size of the hill that matters. It's how many other things that are bothering them, that have built up, that they've just kind of accepted, and then something takes them over a tipping point, and then they're gone and they never come back. It can be a very small thing. It can be a very small thing. Yeah, it's the last straw. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back, but the size of the straw doesn't matter, right? So, and in a game that has as many issues as idle things that are valid complaints that need to be improved and that need to be fixed, like when you let this many things build up, that's something that you have to deal with. You have to understand that you're creating one of those moments where you've created a situation where people could leave the game and never come back. Not just take a break, never come back, because they potentially have already been past the point where this is like they're okay with things. They're yeah. So you never know. You never know, and that's absolutely something that a lot of people rely on, like as a this is the only thing that makes them function. Like there are people that believe that. So yeah. Absolutely would leave. Would I pop into? It's a nice stream, El Jefe. You just describe my attitude towards Overwatch and games like MechWarrior and Wild. Yeah, but because this is for everything. It isn't even just for games. This is how people make decisions to quit anything in their life. Well, but even if they completely kill Briv gem farming, isn't that a weird hill to die on, right? I mean, if you want to use that example, right? Because I mean, that's not the game. Like, if people have made it their game, that's a whole other thing, right? Again, be careful what you go all in on, because live service games, you never know what they could change. Like, I would love for them to kill Briv gem farming, not by just nuking his ability to build stacks or whatever. Like, I think the best choice they could have made was to never have him skip bosses in the first place, and then it never would have happened, right? Gem farming would exist and would still be fine. It was fine back then, but I think they should kill Briv gem farming by just creating content for people to do that provides them means of progression that doesn't involve just farming gems in a loop all day long, right? Gem farming only existed in the first place because people finished all the content in the game and had no other way to progress their characters. If you fix that problem, you kill gem farming. Hey, Lurking Rider. Is it the right time to pay taxes? We're about to find out. Hey, it is. But yeah, I mean, that's the current end game, right? Do your trials each week and then gem farm endlessly. That's the current end game. They haven't created any other kind of end game. So yeah, like, I think if they ever just killed Briv gem farming, a lot of people would quit. Not everybody, because gem farming would still exist, right? If they just killed Briv's ability to do it, other people could still gem farm. But a lot of people would quit because they would see that as nerfing their progress. But they're beyond the progress wall, right? Like, they're beyond needing more progress. Like, there's, a lot of those in-game players have so much power that the game could keep producing content for years, and they'd probably still be fine and never have issues, right? But they'd quit anyway just because they're like, well, I don't have anything to do. Which, that's fair, right? But the event I chose BBG, Dungeon Master, and Merylwyn. Oh, okay. Still confused how you... Never mind. Should I go for Sleece or Shaka? I don't know. What do you need for Split the Party? Have you done all 3 Split the Parties, Infinite? Well, T5 Cats, like, right now, I don't even have my main client on. I log into my main client to do my trials run when an event isn't going on, and then I log in to do the event stuff. I gotta set up a gem farm again, but I haven't in weeks. So I don't think, and that's the thing, I don't think the game client has to be on all the time for you to still enjoy the game and to spend money on the game. I mean, you spoke out loudly about the changes to Azaka farming. They didn't change Azaka farming. I can't stand it. Let's get something straight. They changed Havalar. They didn't change Azaka farming. Azaka farming still exists. Still works just fine. still works just fine. You still get the same value out of it. If people didn't know how to do it before Havilar, there was always a way. Tons of us did it before. Just because you had Havilar easy mode doesn't mean that you can't still do it. I think the thing that changed is they added lots more gold find champions, and now I don't think you need a Azaka farm at all. That's the change, and that's a positive change. Because it's way easier to dirty farm than it ever was to Azaka farm. But so many people didn't like having to play the Krull minigame. So many. So dirty gold farming is a much improved way of doing things. Again, I still have to do a deep run and compare. Like, do a dirty gold farm at 2,000 and then try to set up an Azaka farm and see what, if any, increase you get off Azaka. I don't know. Like, Krull is the MVP there. He would, like, a 40 stat Krull is what you really have to look for. Ad break. I'll get back to chat in a second. Okay, real quick. I think we're back. Let me go back here. You just got your first split the party, and you did it. Then just start working on 3 champions in every slot, infinite. So if you chose BBG, Dungeon Master, Merowyn, like you know those are locked in, then with your last slot, try to find somebody else that is going to get you towards Split the Party 2, which is 3 champions in every slot. Should we start asking people if they got everything for Split the Party 4 soon? No, because we don't know. Like, we don't know when they would do that. These systemic performance improvements may be something that gets us closer to that, but we don't even know if it's going to follow the same format. Right? I agree with you on letting us, but that doesn't change how much I read about it. Perception is reality for people, and that's where you go educate people. That's why whenever I'm involved in those discussions, obviously I'm not in their Discord, but when I've had people in chat try to I just shut it down. It's not a thing. It didn't get nerfed. You just never learned how to do it without Havilar. It's still possible. Like, and I will show people how to do it. I have no problem with that. But I think dirty gold farming is just way better for everyone. Yeah. If people quit over that, again, yeah, that's fine. But it wasn't that. It wasn't they. You gotta understand, it wasn't them quitting just over that, right? It's always just that's just one straw, and that's fine. I would rather have some people stay in communities way too long, and it becomes unhealthy for them and the community. That's why I encourage people taking breaks. Look, if things come out and you're not a big fan, take a break, come back later. And if it turns out that you take a break and you enjoy your life without the game, great. Because I would rather the people have a happy life than keep playing a game that is frustrating them. because then that, and also because then the community is better off for it too, because then you don't have somebody pissing all over the community with their frustration. The nerf to Havilar was an indirect nerf fix to loose. Well, that's where the nerf to Havilar came from. That's why Havilar got nerfed. It was to stop the infinite stacking exploit with Lucius DPS. It's exactly where it came from. It was an indirect nerf to Azaka farming, in the sense that to the ability to set up a 40 stat crawl. You know that they don't let you enter Epic Game Store creator codes for free item purchase anymore? That's good, because it doesn't do anything. It never did anything. Yeah, 0% of 5% of 0 is still 0. Yeah, if Azaka farming is only like a couple exponents higher than dirty farming, not worth it. Because the thing that used to be, the reason I used to Azaka farm is because you could get an EO8 to E12. I would get an EO8 to E12 increase from whatever I'd earned at my deepest point. That's worth it. E1, E2, maybe even E3. I'll find another way to get there. I don't know. You've never had a 40 stat crawl? Wow. I can pull it. I'm not on demand, but I developed ways to increase your chances and make it much easier. And I showed them off on stream back when we still did that. Also, I mean, when Vi came out, I started telling people, look, if you can just drop a crystal sphere on a level and then pull Vi out and farm it and, Havilar who? And everybody ignored me. But that's the real go-to. If you still don't know how to break away a single enemy and develop an Azaka farm, like the crystal sphere. But what it is people, they put in that one blessing where you farm bosses instead and get more. And I'm like, give that up. It ain't worth your time. Like, there's got to be a trade-off somewhere. I don't get, so J-Dog, you said it put a fun little line item on Gar's report. That whole system where it used to Epic, my creator code used to show me like the number, all it ever showed me was the number of people that were using it. And that whole system broke like a year ago. I can't even access that anymore. It doesn't even show numbers. So I don't get a report. I just get a money transfer once a month. I also haven't dirty farmed with Penelope yet. I mean, I dirty farm with Penelope, but I've never maxed her stacks, and I'm still happy with what she produces, with what dirty farming produces. All right, we finished. All right, our little patron run there. We'll be done. We're done with 0 for the moment.